Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Leach, back here with another reaction video. Make sure y'all hit that sub button and turn them notifications on it. Make sure y'all follow the socials on the screen. Much appreciated. I give thanks to the men above for another day. God bless. I love y'all, man. And yeah, let's get right into it. As y'all can see, Mike Tomlin steps down after 19 years as Steelers head coach, bro. What? Let's get into it.
NFL Mike Tomlin stepping down as the head coach.
This is actually
Pittsburgh
crazy
Steelers.
news,
That's the latest from our.
He didn't get fired. He stepped down.
Off a 30-6 loss to the Texans
after
in the wild card
19
round
years,
of the playoffs,
bro.
Extending his postseason losing streak to an
the
NFL
Texans
record
really made him step down, bro.
Games. It closes the
book
book on Tomlin's 19 seasons in Pittsburgh, where he steps away as the NFL's longest.
But on a real note, though,
he leads the Steelers with
Tomlin,
a 193-114-2 career record, as well as one championship, beating the Cardinals in Super Bowl 43.
Maybe an argument that you could have fired him too, but either way, we are focused on this big breaking news with our Jonathan Jones joining us now. JJ, Mike Tomlin stepping down as the head coach after nearly 2 decades in Pittsburgh. How did we get here?
But I will pause it before you say something, bro. I'm not even really surprised. Because, like, I am surprised, but, like, I'm surprised that he stepped down and didn't get fired, bro. Like, I'm surprised he didn't get fired, bro. He just said, you know, I'm stepping down, so. Yeah, but when you can't win in the playoffs, bro, you know, yeah, I know he's never had a losing season, bro, but who gives a fuck when you're not winning championships, bro? It really doesn't mean nothing, bro.
So, not a ton of conversation, it appears, between Mike Tomlin and Art Rooney II, Omar Khan, the general manager there. It's almost as though everyone understood what needed to take place, especially, and of course, after the Monday night game, how non-competitive the Steelers were down the stretch, that it became very clear and obvious to Mike T that it was time to move forward. And so, on Tuesday morning, he informed the owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Art Rooney II, that he intended to step away from the Pittsburgh Steelers. And so he is still under contract.
Since he stepped down, bro, if you want Mike Tomlin to be your head coach, you know, with all these jobs open, bro, you would have to trade for him, bro, because he stepped down. But the thing is, with Mike Tomlin
to the Steelers through next season, we'll see what ultimately, and we can get into what he's going to be doing next, and all of those things. I know we're going to cover it, but for the immediate, we know that Mike Tomlin is not going to coach the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2026. We know that the longest tenured active head coach with one franchise, nearly 20 years, no losing season.
Let me know in the comment section down below,
is not going to be with the one franchise.
What is y'all's thoughts on this?
Any longer? And of course, this.
But my thing is, like, this is basically rebuild time for the Steelers. Like, y'all bum ass Steeler fans, bro. Like, y'all gonna have to go get a new head coach. And then where do you go from there? You don't know if Rodgers is gonna come back. You got T.J. Watt, who's a fraud. Like, they gave him all that money, bro. It's legit a dumb decision, bro. You got Jalen Ramsey, who's overpaid. Jalen Ramsey's a bum. I mean, like, I don't know. The Steelers are the best spot.
The lack of postseason success. You know, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
This is just hilarious to me, bro.
If Mike Tomlin wanted to be,
because all you Steelers fans, bro, all you guys do is like to talk, bro. Talk. Look, he's up there with Marvin Lewis. Like, this guy is not a Hall of Fame coach, bro. Longest playoff losing streak by head coach. Look who he's up there with, bro. He ain't no Hall of Fame coach. Get the fuck out of my face, bro.
Going to be with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and whether it is the 2026 season or he takes a year off and it's the 2027 season, we all expect to see Mike Tomlin back on the sideline at some point.
So they say at some point, so maybe not next year, but maybe the year after.
Art Rooney II, the Steelers president, just put out on social media. I'll read you just a bit here.
And look at this. First head coach in NFL history to lose 5 straight playoffs games, each by 10+ points, bro. And you guys say this is a Hall of Fame coach, bro. Please stop it, bro.
He says, quote, "It's hard for me to put into words the level of respect and appreciation I have for Coach Tomlin. He guided the franchise to our 6th Super Bowl championship and made the playoffs 13 times during his tenure." I mean, a lot of nice things being said about Mike Tomlin, the head coach.
I mean, as they should say nice things, bro. Like, he is a good coach, but he's not a Hall of Fame coach, bro. There's a difference, bro. Like, I mean, he made history with Marvin Lewis. Like, what are we talking about?
Well, there's no question. I mean, you know, this is obviously the first time that the Pittsburgh Steelers have done this in what I would call the modern NFL, and that is with all due respect to Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin's predecessor, but what these interviews now are, right? And how coaching has evolved, how football has evolved, right? The Steelers,
like, I don't care.
That do this every other year, and in some
third
cases
best
almost
win
every
percentage
year.
in NFL.
They're used
like,
to it. They're used to the cadence and
views.
rhythm of interviews. This does not happen. This is unique. I mean, you talk about Chuck Noll and Bill Cowher to Mike Tomlin.
Like,
this is only going to be the 4th
bro.
head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers since, like, the Vietnam War. Right? I mean, look at that.
Look, Steelers past 3 head coaches.
I mean, like,
Tomlin, 2000.
The Raiders have had 4 coaches
crazy,
over, like, 2 presidents. And this is what you're talking about with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this is going to be a top-tier job. You know,
really
we
good coaches
can discuss whether they have the quarterback. And look, it doesn't appear that Aaron Rodgers is going to be back next year.
Bro.
We'll see. I don't think the Steelers are going to have any knowledge of that anytime soon.
But
when you are
as a Bengals fan, bro, I'm just smiling in y'all face, bro.
You look
like
at quarterback, you look at ownership,
this
you
is
look
a
at
good
general
day,
manager,
man.
because all of those things mean
because the Ravens,
what is your success rate,
the Browns, and the Steelers are all gonna have different coaches, bro.
And what is your runway?
I really don't care with the Browns.
With the Pittsburgh Steelers, there's nowhere else
they're
where
trending
you
backwards.
have
Ravens
stability in the NFL, right?
I wouldn't say they're
this immediately, even though they don't know who their quarterback is next year,
the Steelers have more of a head
immediately
coaching
makes them
issue,
one of the
bro.
top jobs
that,
on the open market. Who they're going to go
Ravens,
after? Honestly, I'd be guessing right now. In the past, the Pittsburgh Steelers have gone after a coordinator. They've gone after a coordinator that maybe you weren't necessarily thinking about, right? Bill Cowher, all those.
But it would definitely be interesting to see who the Steelers do get as a head coach.
But this is, in some ways, uncharted water.
I don't really care who they get.
Pittsburgh Steelers in, of course, the 21st century.
JJ, when it comes to Mike Tomlin, especially over the last couple of years, we keep talking about that playoff drought. What do you say, I guess, to the people who are courting Mike Tomlin? I don't want to take away from anything that he's been able to accomplish, but you kind of have one side of the coin where, like, he's done just enough to continue those winning seasons, never had a losing season, but hasn't quite gotten back to the big game, in quite some time here. So if you are evaluating him as a head coach for some of those open positions here, how much does that narrative play into a decision, if at all?
You know what? I can't make it back there. You know, I'm gonna step down.
I don't think it does. And if we can, let's go ahead and put up the graphic.
And the funny thing is, you Steeler fans, bro, like, I'm not even trying to rant, but, like, you guys, like, TJ Watt, he's one of the greatest Steelers players ever. But, bro, when it comes time to play, big games, he doesn't do shit, bro. Like, and then we're over here talking about Joey Porter, top 10. No, bro. No.
Of the other 8 jobs that are open,
Steelers
and
fans
where
are
they
brain
are,
dead, bro.
because
They say the most dumbest shit, bro. Like,
each one, but I'm telling you that these teams would absolutely
I cannot stand the fan
do
base,
criminal things.
I can
in order
stand
to have 19 straight.
I don't like
seasons.
the Ravens fan base, but
every single
I ain't
one
like
of those teams,
Steelers.
short of the Baltimore
Get on my
Ravens,
nerves,
who
man.
have equaled
Browns,
that,
they
more or
don't
less,
say too much
right?
as the Browns.
They'd kill for it.
Battle of Ohio,
and so,
kind of gets heated.
you
Ravens,
can talk about the lack of playoff
Steelers,
success. And each year is a year unto itself and in a vacuum and all that. And yes, you're going to want to get over the hump. But every single one of those teams that you just saw in that graphic above the Baltimore Ravens would love to have the sort of success for 5 years, 7, 10, and certainly 19 years that Mike Tomlin has enjoyed.
Mike Tomlin has
That's
success,
a legitimate
but, like,
question.
when you
right?
don't win championships,
you
bro,
haven't
when you
had
just
the playoff success,
repeatedly get your ass beat and leave in the first round, like,
and
it doesn't
wanders,
matter. Like,
the wilderness. If he goes into television, if he locks himself away.
That's the thing you brain dead Steeler fans brag about. You're like, but we made the playoffs though. We You're a first round fucking exit, bro. Oh, congratulations.
In a remote land and only watches tape and talks football theory and strategy with folks. We'll see what he winds up doing. But he'll have to get figured out how to play better, how to get his team.
And you know the sad thing about this is, bro, I know all these Steelers fans are celebrating this, which is just sad, bro, because you guys should be blessed that you had Mike Tomlin for 19 years as your head coach. Like, I see so many Steelers fans celebrating this. It's just like yeah, you can be happy that he's stepping down, but like, bro, he did a lot for y'all, bro. I don't know, you fans, the Steelers fan base in general is just weird,
if
bro.
If they had the opportunity to hire Mike Tomlin, they would.
It feels very
and it's not all like it's not all on Mike Tomlin.
Like he was
like their defense coordinator sucks
that
too,
organization
bro.
in Baltimore. So two very unexpected coaching candidates in this
they got
cycle.
a bunch of
JJ,
problems
you
up
mentioned
there,
that
they don't even know if Aaron Rodgers will be back next year.
So
who their quarterback going to be? Like,
is wanting to hire Tomlin because again, this isn't
the wide receiver room is full of bums.
Stepping away from the game. So how much does that decision impact the hiring process for Tomlin going forward?
Running back room.
That's a great question. And, you know, you have to sort of apply, and I don't know this for a fact right now in this moment, but you have to apply what we know about the Pittsburgh Steelers, what the sort of mutual respect and admiration is there for Mike Tomlin. That I can absolutely see a world where the Steelers, you know, let him go out of his contract. Where what I mean to say is if another team wants to hire him in 2026, that they do not require draft pick compensation. That, hey, Mike, for the nearly 2 decades that you gave us here, you go off, you have reserved the right and earned the right to do and go wherever you please without giving us back a draft pick. So I could see that taking place. If Mike Tomlin wishes to go into television for 2026 or, again, anything else, then, you know, the Steelers, there was a report out there, I think last year, that the 2027 season is an option year for Mike Tomlin. So they won't pick up the option, and the date is going to come in March or whatever. Obviously, they're not going to pick up that option. So if he takes a year off, then in 2027, he certainly would be released from his contract, and there would be no draft pick compensation. We have seen that previously. Obviously, Sean Payton, after he left the Saints retained his rights, and then the Saints had to get draft pick compensation from the Denver Broncos in order for the Broncos to hire Sean Payton. I personally, right now, in the heat of the moment, would be surprised if the Pittsburgh Steelers requires that of any team should Mike Tomlin decide to coach in 2026.
We will have to wait and see. JJ, before we get there, though, how would you describe Mike Tomlin's legacy, his career when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers?
One of the best.
Absolutely incredible. I think that when you look at some of the coaches who are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame and then you compare Mike Tomlin's resume to theirs, it is a Hall of Fame resume. And I understand that I'm saying that, and the last 7-8 years and the lack of playoff success
19 years
is right
as a
here
head
staring
coach,
us
bro, at
in the
one
face.
franchise
I do get that. And Bill Belichick is up for Pro Football Hall of Fame,
especially now,
because there's not a 5-year waiting period for a head coach. There's only 1.
Years.
And so, yeah, he doesn't measure up to that. But I could see him absolutely donning a gold jacket in Canton, Ohio, very soon.
Jonathan fucking Jones, bro. No.
Because he does have that. The consistency, the leader of men.
Bro, the consistency, the winning seasons don't matter, bro. When you go 9-8 and you're a first round exit in the wild card round, it doesn't matter, bro. That's not a Hall of Fame coach, bro. I don't care, bro. He's up there with history with Marvin Lewis, bro. He's legit fucking just garbage.
You know, like, that phrase is thrown around, Haley, everywhere, right? Especially in the NFL. And people don't really know what it means. If you're not in the NFL, if you're not around...
Bro, y'all don't win no championships, though. It doesn't matter, bro.
Right? But when you see Mike Tomlin...
You guys get like the 20th pick in the draft every year, bro. Like, is that something to celebrate for y'all, bro?
That's the leader of men. That is... the archetype.
Like Steelers fans all go crazy over that when you get that 20th pick. Let's go.
You need more from Mike T in January. Is he perfect? No. But again, every team is out here paying these coaches somewhere between $10 and $20 million. And then they're firing them 2.5, 3 years later.
You see what I'm saying?
Getting into the postseason. And Mike Tomlin has been a model of consistency that, yes, you did want more these last couple years, but one of the best in this new modern era to ever do it.
Certainly is, and we will wait to see what that next stop on his journey will be. JJ, we know you'll be on top of it. Get back to your phone. I'm sure it's blowing up at this point. A busy, busy day in the NFL this Tuesday. Mike Tomlin stepping down as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. JJ laid it out there for us, and if you missed it, here's the numbers on your screen. Truly special stuff in Pittsburgh. No losing seasons, although the postseason has been a concern as of late.
No losing seasons, bro, but don't matter when you don't get it done in the playoffs.
After the break, we continue this breaking news from the NFL. Mike Tomlin stepping.
But that's going to do it. Mike Tomlin steps down after 19 years as Steelers head coach. I'm going to go back real quick. I mean, just look at this, bro. First 4 seasons, 2007 to 10, playoff win-loss 5-3, 2 AFC champion appearances, 2 Super Bowl appearances, and he won 1 Lombardi. And then you go 2011 to 2025, he's 3-9, 1 appearance, 0-0. Like, bro, I get he has never had a losing season, bro. But it doesn't matter when you don't win championships. He's not a Hall of Fame coach, bro. I don't care about the regular season. I do not care, bro. Hey, for y'all Steelers fans, y'all can, y'all can come at me in the comments. I really don't care, bro. Your team is shitty, bro. I mean, you let a defense outscore your offense, bro, in a playoff game. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. What are y'all's thoughts on this? But at the end of the day, it's Big Who Day. Go Bengals. And yeah, make sure y'all follow the social on the screen. Much appreciated. Love you all. About peace.